I could do a couple photos for these two, but this was the one that I originally did 2,500 yesterday. I'll look at the other one. I'll show you it here in a second. We'll do these as quick as we can because I'll take off and I'll have to upload them. This one I would consider like a B plus. Obviously, when you get it down, we still got to pull bolts and stuff, so there's some questions there. These are half doors. Obviously, you probably have full doors. Those would be an option. That's all I have for those. I don't have any full doors, but if your doors are good, I'd probably just use those. And it's super dirty, as you can tell, but it's, for what it appears, no rust on this one. And then this one still has seats, roll bars. We can go through everything you'd want on it. And then, you know, I know there's going to be a couple spots on this one, which is why I graded it the way I did on this guy. But definitely in the spots that you're having issues, obviously you can see we need to pull off the running boards. I mean, likely there's nothing there, but there's always a chance. More than likely the bolts there are from a step they probably had at one time. I don't see anything on the inside mounted there, so that's what my guess would be there, and whatnot. So, you know, you can kind of go through it and figure out if there's something on that one. This is the one, let's see over here, that I was talking about, that Steve's, and or was Steve's, and that Kira reminded me of. And I'll get photos of these as well, just some preliminary photos, and get back and have a little more time. I can get a little bit better photos. But we did, this one all came, I know for sure the bolts are good on the bottom, or they didn't break, because when we sold the frame, it came right off. It was a real easy pull. So tailgate's still intact on this one, which you mentioned, the rear door. This is not a factory tire carrier, so we can get you one of those. This one looks like just an aftermarket, or somebody made this one. So, but corners look good. Obviously roll bars in this one. Actually the seat belts are still mounted in this one, so those are kind of hard to get. So and it's been, let's see if there's anything I remember. I think it's so close to this tub, so it's hard to see, but there's nothing down there. I mean, the dash will obviously come out. I'm sure your dash is fine, especially if your windshield frame is fine. Cowl area, steering column, that stuff will pull. You can see the floors on this one, other than being dirty, they're in good shape. He painted it black, which is nice because it kind of protected it. And then again, this is a hard area to see until you pull the roll bar, so that's kind of the catch-22, and I would recommend letting us pull it. They got to kind of get pulled anyway to ship, and we can crate them shipped, crate them roll bar, but it does make the shipping costs go up a little bit. I don't know what it is these days, but it adds the dimensional value. If we break it down, we pull the extensions off, we can kind of get it in there. I believe these will fit into the crate. If not, stick up just a little bit, not increase shipping. Plus it ensures that there's not rot underneath those pads that yours is experiencing, and I highly doubt it because these rarely do that. Typically, this is a TJ, but this is typical for what you're gonna see when we move out of one of ours. So I think this one is more of a grade A. This would be in that 3,000 range for the tub. And then of course, what I would do is I'd add on everything else, and then I'd slap a discount on it for you, and see if it's reasonable. Nice thing about something like this, like you mentioned, it's literally bolted onto your frame. One of the things that I'll throw in, I normally charge for bolts because I know you're going to need those. I'll have to get them out of that green one, more than likely, that one that's up there, because this one clearly is gone. People buy those. Usually a bolt kit can run a couple $100, so that's something I can help you out with, just because I know you guys are trying to build this thing back. And then we'll figure out everything else. If you need the carrier, we'll get you the factory one, we can pull it off that other one, or vice versa. If you need all the seat belts, again, we can give you some discounts. These are still sellable, but they're not, you can see they're getting a little snagged. So these are so hard to get right now, some of this weird stuff that's sitting on this. Roll bar extensions, you can check yours. They're not very expensive. I can probably throw these in. The adjuster bolt back here is where the money is, because these are usually what breaks on them. But you've probably seen the side. I mean, we break these down to nuts and bolts, and the reason being is because they're not cheap to buy. I mean, we buy these things, as you've seen most of them, they come in running and driving, and really the reason we do that, and I'll give you that kind of, let me show you the firewall, because I think you said your firewall was done. Yeah, so good. It's got a little surface but no rot on it. So I'll do photos when I come back because I'm going to talk a little bit. But you know, the main reason is because if you buy them at salvage, typically you get, I have a red one that we just bought. That's a perfect example of trying to cheap out on a YJ purchase, and it's pretty much not usable at all. I mean, the tub, maybe to somebody, definitely like a low grade C. The frame, and it hasn't even, I don't know, maybe it was hit at one time. The frame is actually buckled. It's actually cracked in half. Like cracked. It looks like a crack. It doesn't even look like a bend break. It looks like a crack. So, I think it's back here. Anyway, that one wasn't even that cheap. It was like still $3,000 by the time we paid the fees, and then we had to pay transport on it. So, that's what happened. So for us, we spend quite a bit more from that just buying a private party, but we're able to. This is the one that sold yesterday, and this is a black tub as well. So this was a grade A. This one sold for $3,000, and this one will get stripped down just to the bare tub. He's getting the tailgate on it as well, but then the rest of it he's gonna try to make do with what he's got. So, but anyway, my device is hot, it says. So as per usual, something's going wrong in one of my items I own. So I'll send this over to you guys. If there's anything you need or anything you've seen on it that we didn't talk about, shoot it over. Definitely is going to be the best way to go, I think, is either Steve's or we can do that green one. That green one's still really clean. It's got one spot under the tailgate, but otherwise that's it. I mean, that's still, and if it comes off, like I kind of mentioned in the email, better than I thought, then you get to save that. So that might offset some of the extra things you need quite a bit, and I'll still give you a discount on that stuff. So, all right, well, have a great weekend. If you don't watch this, or if you watch this before the weekend, happy 4th of July. If I don't talk to you then, till then, and feel free to have your husband give me a shout too, if you like, or he can text or call, whatever, that works too. So I know this is a little daunting of a process, but I truly think if you go that route, this whole, next 6 months, 12-hour weekend days or each day, will actually, not that that's not fun, but will actually turn into, a couple hours here and there, or just 2 or 3 weekends and you'll be done. So, all right. Well, we'll chat with you later. Happy 4th of July again.